Hi guys, this is my electric bread machine. It's a Black & Decker and it has 11 cycles, and it does take up a lot of counter space. It's got 2 paddles, and what I've got in here is I'm using their recipe, their white bread loaf. Normally I cut their regular recipes in half because the bread rises up very well. It's a lot different from the older machines that made really hard bread. As long as you follow the temperature of the water and the measurements pretty much, I use bread machine yeast. I think that might have a difference. Also, bread flour turns out better bread than regular white flour. But I've also added different ingredients in it. I've made pizza dough. So this setting, what I always do is I put it on the French bread setting, and it takes about 3 hours. But you can lift open and close the cover while it's in its cycle. And like sometimes I approximate the amount of flour. So what you do here is you select your settings. So I've put French bread. You select the size of loaf and how brown you want it on the outside, and then you just hit the power button. So I don't know if you can see in there, it's kneading it, and I keep checking in case it needs more water. But you just let it do its thing, and it comes out with a great loaf of bread. So I'll show you the finished loaf when it's gone through its cycles. This is the book that it comes with, and I'll just go through in case one of you guys is interested in getting this kind of machine. The settings are white, whole wheat, French, sweet bread, low carb, gluten-free, quick bread, jam, dough, rapid white, and bake only. And the recipes are white bread, golden potato bread, spelt bread, family favorite white sandwich loaf, multi-seed whole wheat, seeded whole wheat, herbed garlic French bread, cinnamon raisin pecan bread, low carb seed bread, fruit and nut gluten-free bread, lemon pecan bread, gluten-free bread, classic date nut bread, mixed pepper jam, best ever sweet dough, oatmeal bread, and they've got variations: lemon cheese braid and pineapple cheese swirls, and the rest is in French. But I use this book a lot, and I just alternate and put in whatever ingredients I want. As long as you follow the water, the flour, and the proper yeast, I think you can't really go wrong. But I love this machine. It's pretty good. I've made jam in there as well, and it turned out really, really well. Anyways, I'll show you the the results when it's finished. So as you can see here, it's kneading. You can lift open and close the lid as much as you want. But one thing, you can't really stop the cycle. If you stop it, it'll just continue on. Or you have to start right from the beginning again, which is kind of a pain. There's no sometimes when you're mixing, ingredients might get stuck in the corners, but it's great. It also beeps on certain settings so that it enables you to add certain ingredients in there. But yeah, so that's it in action. So I added a little bit of water, just a tiny little bit, and you can pretty much experiment. This is with 1 hour left. Okay, so I have 14 minutes left on this bread. So what I do at this point is I open up the cover and I put butter on top. Now, oops. And just let it melt over the bread. Okay, so this is the bread, and I just took it out. I'm just going to let the butter seep in, and then I'll take it out. So this is the bread. On the bottom, as you can see, the paddles always get stuck in there, but that's okay, you just dig them out. So this is the finished loaf. As you can see, it's crusty on the outside, and it's not so brown on top, a little bit on one side, but I like it that way. Pretty good. Let's see if I can't cut it with one hand.